Welcome to my podcast. Okay, what's up, everybody? I'm here with my friend Ruben. He's been a tour guide in the Galapagos for over 2 decades. He's lived here his entire life, right?
Yeah.
His entire life, and so I wanted to take this opportunity to talk to him and ask him a couple questions about the direction of the Galapagos, what's going on with all of the nature here, how things are changing, and how we, both as people from the United States and elsewhere, can help to preserve this beautiful island. So I think to start, I wanted to ask you just to describe how things have changed here since you were a kid.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, Jack. Very welcome to this beautiful place, the Galapagos Islands, no?
Yes.
I hope so. It's not going to be the last time.
Yeah, no, I hope not. And thank you for letting me stay at his amazing hostel. I'll put the link down below so you guys can stay here and chill with Ruben.
All right. So to respond to your question, I was born and raised in first place here, and I have seen all the changes, no? Yeah. So Galapagos, what I can say is still a paradise for me. Beautiful, no? What it's very important you guys know is most of the islands, most of the land here on the islands is still protected, so 97%. No,
Mm-hmm.
but the inhabited islands like this one, which is the main island with the largest population, has suffered a lot. Yeah, I mean, talking about the changes, no,
Yeah.
over time. Yeah. So the marina, Jack,
Yeah.
the fisherman's pier,
Yeah.
all these locations. When I was a kid, they were very different with a lot of nature. It was like aquarium, yeah, for me and my brothers and friends of the neighborhood. So that's almost gone. Yeah, you can still see some, but nothing compared to how it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
When we were kids, no, yeah. But if I go and explore, the shorelines of Santa Cruz, yeah, I can still find these wonders,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and that's because this beautiful fauna doesn't get bothered by the people who we live here,
Right.
yeah.
So would you say that the other islands, we're in Santa Cruz, that's where we are right now. Would you say that the other islands have been better preserved since you were a kid?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely,
Okay.
definitely, yes.
And is most of the damage that you see, is that caused by urbanization of this island, or is it mostly international factors that are causing damage?
No, urbanization, this island, yeah, because the building on where it shouldn't be,
Mm-hmm.
Any buildings,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm talking about the shoreline, yeah. So the animals' habitat's been, affected very much, So iguanas, they have almost no place where to nest.
The iguanas.
The marine iguanas you can see hanging on the shoreline.
Mm-hmm.
Pelicans, barely they have some mangrove trees where they could be able to build their nest.
Mm-hmm.
And the water in the harbor is polluted. So yeah, so because the boats are anchored there, so fuel spill, these things.
Mm-hmm.
So have contaminated this beautiful water in the harbor. So
Mm-hmm.
so that's why. Basically got to be with a human impact, people
Yeah.
who live here, who have establishment in here.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, we weren't many people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now here on Santa Cruz Island, which is the island with the largest population, we have a population around 25,000 people, versus how many ones we were living here on Santa Cruz, and back in the 80s.
So the population is growing.
Oh yeah, exponentially. Yeah.
Okay. So would you say that tourism is a good or bad thing for the Galapagos? I know it's probably complicated.
It's kind of complicated question, because my people, we do depend on the tourism, Yeah. So I think so. It's good and bad.
Yeah.
But we're trying to find, the balance, right?
What are some of the good side effects of tourism to the Galapagos?
Well, people make a living on this, right? So they can raise their kids. Yeah, we have families here. Many years ago, the main commercial activity on the islands was fishing. So we're supposed to protect, the marine reserve we have, and that's why many fishing families, they have moved into the tourism industry, to live, these resources intact, right? Oh, not 100% intact, but at least most of them, yeah. But my personal opinion, I think so, because the tourism has been growing exponentially, right? So my personal opinion, I think so. It's time. It's the time to put a limit on the tourism,
on how many people can visit
how many people
every
can
year,
visit every year. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think so that will be the solution, because I have to hear about another places which ones they have adopted the same measure.
And would you say most tourists have respect for the fauna and for the island?
Yeah. Because I used to work as a national park guide, and because of COVID, I stopped working as a guide. But during my 22 years of guiding, I can say it. I have to say it. Around 90% of tourists very well behaved. They love nature. They do respect nature. Take care, of the place where they have been, the place they are visiting.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful place. So it's hard to not be in complete awe of everything that you see, because it's so different from any place that I've ever been. The Galapagos is so unique. So definitely something that makes me want to come back, and you kind of fall in love with the animals. Honestly.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because you have noticed, Jack, sea lions we have. If you go to Tortuga Bay, which is an awesome beach, be there early in the morning, and you find along the way these beautiful marine iguanas, the Darwin finches, coexisting there, and you can approach, and they don't mind you're there. Sea lions also, they don't mind to be approached. So it's like, wow, amazing. Yeah. So
it is amazing.
Yeah, you get
the
excited.
First time you see it, it's
exactly
almost it's unbelievable.
When you get in the water and you swim and see all these beautiful marine creatures.
Baby sharks.
Baby sharks. You show me your pictures.
Can't imagine that. I had no idea.
So swimming around you. Yeah. So that's the reason why Galapagos is so magical. But one more time, I have to repeat. When I'm very proud and glad, very happy. It makes me very, very happy. Is most of the land here on the islands is protected. Even me, nobody is allowed to go. So we want to preserve it this way, not just for us, also for you guys, because everyone who loves nature got the right, to visit a wonderful place like this. So that's why it's important to preserve nature,
Right.
And I know the world is so beautiful. I don't know the world. I wish one day I can be able to see any other places. I have been in some beautiful places, but always the thing about how important is to preserve, because the world is so beautiful, and all these many different locations, Africa, if you go to Central America, when you see pictures and videos, to start dreaming about, Yeah, but also it's important to think about how important it is to preserve, because it's so fragile, nature, Yeah. So I think so. We need to put more effort on protecting forests, rivers, oceans.
Yeah. What are some things that, because I'm sure some people will watch this and they'll wonder what they can do to help. Is there anything that someone who doesn't live in the Galapagos or in Ecuador can do to help keep the magic here alive? Is there anything?
Well, I think so. Got to be with starting with your lifestyle.
Lifestyle. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like we make money to have a life, right? We have a profession, right? Yeah. You want to have a family. Maybe you would like to have kids, raise your kids, Yeah. So we do depend very much on nature. Without nature, we're gone. We can be gone. And so we have to live according to what it's around us. Yeah. If you live in a city, go outside. Go into the forest and look around. You know, how important is to grow a tree? How important is to grow a plant? You know, so don't be selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Because I have friends, I know people who spend a lot of money buying stuff, you know, and I didn't grow up this way, right? No, for me it's not important to have the best camera. For me it's not important to have the best cell phone. For me it's not important to have the best car. No. For me, what's very important is to live in harmony with nature, because we do depend of nature, to continue staying alive. Yeah. So that's my message.
Yeah, trying to sustain
So
the planet.
live sustainable.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because it's like you talked about it.
Yeah.
Nature goes where we go,
Mhm.
and so I think especially with the Galapagos, it's so important. There's so many species that only exist here.
Yes.
More than I knew about.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the iguana and the big tortoises, but the fish and everything else, the different types of iguanas, I didn't know there was multiple. It's so important to keep this ecosystem, which is so unique. I would say it's the most unique for how you said all the islands combined are 8 kilometers.
8,000 square kilometers.
8,000. Sorry, 8,000, not 8 kilometers. That's like it's like a football field. Yeah, 8,000 square kilometers. That's not that big, and for how many thousands of species live here,
There's a lot of biodiversity here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And many other places have been a lot of extinction. You know? Yeah, it's still happening.
Yeah, that's
here in Galapagos, because thanks to the efforts of the National Park Service and people also who live here, so we are doing the best we can to preserve this. It's not easy, but it's not impossible.
Yeah.
If you do it with your heart.
Yeah. Always good to do that.
Yeah.
What would your message be to someone who wants to visit the Galapagos, but they're not sure? They're like, I might like it, but I don't know enough. What would you say to them?
Well, what I would like to say, my friends, is please come in to this beautiful place. I know there are lots of beautiful places on Earth. Yeah. And, well, I live here, and not because I am a Galapaganian, I am saying this, but if you come to this place, you can get in touch with Mother Nature now. Enjoy the stars at nighttime, enjoy the sea, just sitting on the shoreline and looking into the water. The color of the water can inspire you a lot. Yeah, you can go. We have beautiful mountains. We have volcanoes, all these beautiful wonders we have, So you're very welcome anytime. Give it a try. Maybe you're not planning to stay here a week or 10 days, but give it a try at least a weekend, Yeah. Now with the COVID, everything is more accessible here in terms of cost. Yeah. So. And if you come, you will not regret.
No, you definitely will not regret it. I can vouch that the Galapagos is an absolutely incredible place, and you should definitely visit, and you should definitely go to the Galapagos Morning Glory Hostel.
Thank you very much.
Right next to the Charles Darwin Research Center, which is really cool, by the way. But I really like how do you say someone from the Galapagos?
Galapagueños.
Galapagueños. I really like how that sounds.
Yeah, that's how cool. We call ourselves Galapagueños. Yeah. Oh, Carapachudos.
Carapachudos. And how many are there? 30.
You know what a carapachudo is, Jack?
I do not.
Carapachudo is the giant tortoises have a shell. Carapacho means shell. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Carapachudo, so it's like Galapagueño also.
That's really
it's
cool.
Like as a human being, you're carrying a shell.
Yeah, it means like. Doesn't it have to do something with it looks like a horse saddle?
The meaning of Galapagos got to be with that actually, with the shape of the giant tortoise shell. It looks like a saddle. Yeah. Galapagos.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I can be a honorary Galapagueño after this trip. So. Yeah. Well, Ruben, I appreciate you talking to me about this.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to share this with as many people as I can.
Right.
And hopefully we get some more awareness about how we can all help. Because I want to do what I can to help the Galapagos. It's so beautiful. I mean, I almost feel morally obligated to help protect this place. And, I know it's very important to you, and I'm sure everyone else who lives here. So, hopefully this video does some good.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Jack.
Thank you guys for watching.